the players, they are ready. They're 3 seconds away. We see Gukesh with the white pieces. Wesley So, the ever unflappable, unshakable, playing with the black pieces, and they are off. We have the first move, and Gukesh opening with the queen's pawn and choosing a system called the fianchetto variation, where the bishop gets developed onto the longest diagonal on the board. It's a very solid system. He'd be able to press home an advantage against Wesley.
Yes, we see they're all in theory, these 3 stages of the game, the opening, middle game and ending, and this opening stage is well worked out at this level. The players, grandmasters, they spend lots of time studying this part of the game, knowing the right things to do. Also, make sure you keep an eye on the heart rates. You can see the heart rate monitors. Wesley was in the red there at some point, going over 120, and we have the evaluation bar. That is the bar on the right hand side. If it swings up in white's favour, that means Gukesh is doing very well. If it goes in black's favour, Wesley is taking the lead. And this all seems to be played before. Ivanka seems quite a symmetrical and even position so far.
Totally, but you know, one thing that is surprising is the way the players are both rattling off those moves. Neither of them seems to be pausing for thought, so it seems that both of them are in their home openings, home preparation is what I want to say.
Yeah, definitely, and especially Gukesh here, because Gukesh's speed, he's got more time than he started with. He's laughing at Wesley, saying, ha 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 ha, I've done my homework, Wesley. Have you done your homework, Wesley? And I don't know if Wesley has, because he's now having a bit of a think here. And that last move, Gukesh's queen swings out, and that attacks a black pawn. Black can actually take a pawn here, but instead, black brings the knight back, offering an exchange of bishops.
It does offer an exchange of bishop, but look at that! The evaluation bar there on the right has swung all the way in white's favour, and you can see that Wesley So senses that maybe this position is quite shaky for him, because his heart rate shot up to 140, and Gukesh pausing.
And I think Gukesh can just win the exchange. He has the bishop comes out, attacks the queen. When the queen moves, you capture the rook. And now, this is a very bad position already for Wesley. Gukesh's opening preparation has worked perfectly. Wesley's heart rate going up. The pawn attacking the queen. When the queen moves, white's bishop worth 3 points will capture the rook worth 5 points. That means Gukesh is going to win 2 points. And at this level, Ivanka, 2 points is a lot of points.
It is a lot of points, and it's a lot of material as well. And the position is really open, which means that those rooks will have extra powers. Remember, rooks like those open lines. And now we do see Gukesh just net that extra material. Now it's all about just neutralizing the bishop pair. So Wesley, he just has to hold on. He has to run Gukesh's clock down, because once the clock starts ticking down to around 20 seconds, anything can happen.
That's right, you can see that Gukesh's heart rate has also gone up to match Wesley's there. He is getting very excited about winning the material. One thing you've got to do in chess is not think about winning too much. You've got to concentrate on what's happening on the board. This last move, the knight was attacked by black's rook, so the knight moves out of the way, and now Wesley moves his knight, trying to activate his pieces. Gukesh can grab a pawn here with the queen. Is he going to do that? He does. Dives in.
Yeah, Gukesh is not one to shy away from combative play, and there you go, he takes on the challenge, and now the rook swoops down to the 8th row and offers a trade. Oh dear, this is looking hopeless for Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley just got tricked in the opening there. This is why the opening, the start of the game, it's like a battle. You need to start your battle well. If you throw your troops into the wrong area, they can get in a lot of trouble quickly, and this is what's happened to Wesley's troops. We see another exchange of rooks. When you've got extra points, it is recommended you try to swap pieces off, because you get to the end game. We're getting near to the end game now, the last part of the game, and those extra points count more in the ending. It's like having more soldiers, but lots of them being eliminated. And you can see here also Ivanka White's got this big pawn on the left-hand side.
I was looking at that. You know, that pawn is going to start advancing. But first of all, Gukesh's clock is running down to the minute mark, and Gukesh has to keep the position solid. So I would probably drop the queen back. Okay, first, he decides to move the queen forward, and he's initiating some tactical ideas. The knight is going to spring into the middle of the board should the black queen come down and grab some material.
I like this move. It's a very active move. That queen move is pinning, this is a technical term, the black dark square bishop, the bishop on the dark square down. And Wesley is trying to get active now. He moves his knight into the center, and Gukesh defends that pawn. But can Wesley still capture that pawn with check? I think he should do. When you've got a bad position, you might as well go on the attack. Can Wesley do that? Get a check in. Knight takes pawn is a big check. He's trying to work it out now. The problem with that move is you could also get in trouble because that knight is pinned, but he's gone for it, Ivanka.
He's done it. I mean, I think it was the only shot. It was that or resigns. Okay, and now I'm expecting Gukesh to march the king or move the king one square to the left.
There is a trap here. If you go into the corner of the board, you could lose the game. This is the only move. Gukesh found it. He's got to defend his rook with his king. And now the black knight is under attack. And I wasn't sure what Wesley was going to do here. I was leaving it for him to work out. And that's the joy of being a commentator. We don't have to work out all the moves because the threat here is rook takes knight. And that would mean Wesley is under too much pressure. Look at his clock, Ivanka.
It's ticking down, and the heart rate is still high, up to 131. Is he going to retreat the bishop, try to pin the rook? No, instead he moves the queen to attack the knight on f3. And Gukesh, just very merciless here. Offers a trade of queen. Beautiful play. Once the queen comes off, it is game over for Wesley.
And Wesley is getting down, and he resigns. Wesley so resigns the first game. We have a winner, and the opening just went so badly wrong for Wesley Sodare. Great game from Gukesh though.
Yeah, it was really odd. Both of them rattling out the moves, looking as if they were in the home theory, and then suddenly Wesley